going for a blowdown. Alright. Sort of multitasking.
Hello everybody and welcome to KMC Down. Today's video, as promised, is back with our friends here on the local train charity train railway, Sitchmore KMC Light Railway. I'm standing at the moment where this is where they top up their coal and their water. So a bit later in the video we'll be joining Ashley with his guard duties, but at the moment we're just going to take a little look round. Okay, so let's move on. This video will be pausing etc to take a look round, so let's go to, here we go. As we go around here, these are the platforms. We've got two as it is. Now because this is a gala, they do run regular trains which so they use both sides for in and out. The carriages are, and the engines are very old. They used to be old working engines themselves. So that's why this is sort of a heritage charity train railway. Next to the Sunny, going to have a little footplate ride engine. They're just doing extra footplate rides today to raise money for a defibrillator. We wish them all the best of luck with that. Also, when you come off the station, this is what you first see, and we're going to take a little bit of time. And today we've also got a steamroller, so we're going to take a look at the moment. In a shed, we do all their repairs. If you say one of the rollers here. just right beside it. So I've got a carriage that's been done up.
Train platform number 2 is on passenger service. The train performs
Getting to the side of the shed.
will arrive at platform number 1 in about 10 minutes time. At the moment, these are on the footplate line up and down platform 1. You're very welcome to join that.
Also on site we have a shop, cafeteria area, a little picnic area, and a little train that's going up and down at the moment. There it is down there. Sometimes it's going. So we've got a nice little area from there, relaxing. Have your photos taken. And of course, the convenience. We've joined onto a path, a little walkway. It takes you around the edge of the area, which takes you around some of the old sort of parts of the engines and tells you a bit of information all about what's happened here before, the carriages, the engines themselves, of course. Not the rest of the repairs that went on in the past. There we go. Somebody else a footplate ride. So you can see, like, approximately built this one in the 1930s. Almost as old as me. So the ages do vary. Most of it's obviously sort of historical, and part of the path just around the corner. Got that little wildlife area. Can't leave them out, can we? It's like a little ghost train. That's not the wildlife area. We just follow the path up here. This is their wildlife area. Obviously the time of year now, things are coming to the end of the summertime. We're in autumn now, as we all know. So obviously the wildlife area is meant to be overgrown areas. Bench over there to sit down in. Just over here we've got an area for the bees. Having a little walk further, all connected of course.
The train at platform 2 is not in.
Go into the cabin.
Final train this afternoon at 5:20, so please don't feel we're chasing you away.
So on the past engines, and at the end, apart from the little engine in the cabin there, we've got a little garden one here as well that's being redone. Okay. Double train today.
This goes up.
This is what we'll be riding. So our train's all ready to go now. We'll see Ashley, he'll be giving us a little talk about what he does on the guard on the left there. So we're all getting ready to go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So as we board on with Ashley. Hello Ashley.
I'm the guard. I'm basically... Sorry about that.
Get us going.
Basically, I'm going to be telling you all roughly what the roles of the guard is. And the first part, obviously as you just saw in the video, was blowing the whistle and waving the green flag to tell the driver that it's safe to proceed. The next part is filling in the paperwork for the departure time and the arrival time from each station. So, obviously the time now is 16:24 and we were due out at 16:20, so we're about 4 minutes late. Write that down there.
As we move out the station. So how long do they keep the records? Is there a certain length of time you have to keep records for?
I remember now. The amount of time it normally takes is about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It depends on the driver. Some do it less, some do it more.
Depends on the wind and...
Yeah, it depends on the weather conditions, track conditions, and who the driver and fireman are.
So do you have any other sort of control while you're here? Sort of looking out for danger?
Yeah, looking out for danger, looking out for obstacles that the driver and fireman haven't seen. And the funniest one I find is looking to see if there's any trains coming along behind them. No one knows about, say runaway trains.
That's it, yes. So how long have you been sort of volunteering down here?
This is my second year down here, so I'm absolutely loving it.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Doing this to enjoy it. You know, I think any sort of volunteer work, if you don't enjoy it, then I won't say why you're doing it, because you always do it as a help, but at least you're doing something you enjoy.
I mean, I've always loved the railways, so I thought, why not join a volunteer railway?
Yeah, good for you for doing that. So, I'm just noticing like the red handle, is that just something from the past?
It's the brake handle.
So do you have an emergency, or is that just really for the old times?
Any of the drivers need braking assistance, they'll say either 3-2 whistle or a long continuous whistle, depending how much of an emergency it is. And as soon as you hear that, you have to wind the brake handle up as fast as you possibly can.
Right, so you're like assistant brake if needed as well?
Basically, yeah. And that's also, the brake handle is also used in stations if the engine's running round.
So are there different whistle signals?
The whistle that you just heard, that was just a normal whistle point whistle. Varies on the driver for the emergency stop whistle. Some do the 222 a couple of times. Some just hold and hang on to the whistle as long as they can.
So also you got your red flag as well as the green one?
You've got green flag and red flag. Obviously red to stop, red go.
Is there any, like, a bit like the whistle, there's all different indication signals within the flags? Yeah.
If worse comes to worse and you've lost your whistle, lost your red flag, you have to blow your whistle as loud as you possibly can to try and get their attention. Yeah. Which I've had to do that once in the past and hope I don't have to do it ever again.
Well, we're slowing down a little bit now. Have we got a little stop here?
Yeah, we've got Milton Crossing coming up. So, Milton Crossing, I will be looking out, and as soon as this carriage has cleared the crossing, I have to give a signal on to the driver or fireman. Relays to speed back up again.
Obviously with any crossings you've got to be aware of people approaching, walking, biking. Well,
so for that occasion, give when we're a double header, both drivers acknowledge my signal to speed back up again.
Double header is obviously with the two engines at the front.
Double header, both engines at the front, and the most forward engine does all the work, so the second engine just sits there enjoying the ride.
As it is.
A top tail is where you've got one engine at the front, one engine at the back. And I think it's the front engine that does all the work again.
Do you know how old the engines are?
Oh, good question. Now you're picking my brain.
No, I noticed when I went round the wildlife area and the signs up there, something like 1950s, around that sort of 1930s.
A couple of decades old.
Yeah.
The oldest one we've got would be 1920s, I think.
Yeah. That's the amazing thing is obviously, you know, we're keeping these engines alive and running, you know, there's a lot of dedication involved in that. You know, looking at them you'd never realise how old they are. And the storage from the winter, are they just kept in the shed?
Yeah, most of the time there's normally one that's kept under tarpaulin because there's just not enough room in the shed at the minute because we've got two engines in at the back of the shed under overhauls.
One of the things I enjoy about the steam is basically, obviously, the steam looking along. Now this railway used to be a working one.
Yeah.
Even I sort of used to be collecting the mills, so this used to be like run for the paper mills.
Yeah. I mean, one or two of the Bowater carriages were converted from old pulp wagons, which, to be honest, I find quite interesting.
Yeah.
It just goes to show what you can do when you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I think again it's what keeps these places going, the history and the heritage. It's what the interest is, you know. It's nice to have a little train ride, but I think when you take the history into account of all these, it just combines it all together. So what's your roles as you're approaching the stations?
As we approach the next station, which is Milton Regis, the train will start slowing down, ready to couple, because we can't take two locomotives coupled together over the viaduct because it's too much weight. So I will be keeping a lookout to make sure everything's stopping all right. No one's got doors open. No one's sticking their arms and legs out the carriages. It does happen on the odd occasion. And then once the forward engine has been uncoupled, that will head off to Sittingbourne Viaduct, and we'll be waiting for a phone call or for the time limit to pass, and then I can see the rest of the passenger train towards Sittingbourne Viaduct.
Yeah. The train we were on obviously is the Sittingbourne Kempsey Light Railway, or also known as SKLR, and find them on their own website, Facebook, etc. as well. So we have stopped here, and
have a look up if you want.
Now the driver and fireman of Leader will be down between both locos uncoupling, and once they've uncoupled they will move off towards Sittingbourne.
so we're going from two engines to one. Now you briefly mentioned that you got your own YouTube channel.
Yes, I
Do
have.
you do train things on that as well?
I've been trying to do a couple of train simulator videos on
Yeah, and what's your channel?
there. My channel name is Arriva Boy 14.
There you go, so if you want someone who really knows about trains and their videos, because I've tried a few times. I think I enjoy the game, but I don't know the technicalities of it all.
So now Leader will be moving off towards Sittingbourne.
Do you have a favourite engine for any reason?
My favourite engine is Superb, just because it's the biggest.
Yeah. I think Superb and Muller are very alike.
Yeah, I mean, Leader and Melia, which are the two engines we got on at the minute, are sisters. And then you got Superb, Triumph and Alpha that are also sister engines. Alpha is currently undergoing cosmetic restoration by a couple of the volunteers, and Triumph is sitting in a siding awaiting her cosmetic restoration.
I suppose you do a lot of that during the winter period.
A lot of it goes on during the winter period, but there are also the odd
Apart from the
bits and
Santa
bobs that
special,
go on.
of course.
No, there are also the odd bits and bobs of restoration that go on during the open season. Only a tiny bit, because most of the volunteers are out working the railways.
Yeah, I always think the time from when the railway opens, sort of about Easter time, always goes quite quick.
It does.
You know,
I mean, it feels like I've blinked and missed this year.
Yeah.
Although it was only yesterday, we were on the open season.
So, do you know the different effects of like weather conditions? Obviously, we've had a really hot summer this year.
Yeah, with the really hot summer, one of the major conditions is track warping, where the track just gets so hot it just starts bending under the heat of the sun.
Yeah.
And then if it gets too cold, the track can start cracking if the temperature drops too quickly.
Yeah, and obviously I suppose with water and ice you've got sand and things like that.
Water and ice, they are also a big concern, because if you get a leaf on the track, for example,
don't cancel trains.
No, thankfully we don't cancel them if there's a leaf on the line. But it's all the oils from the rain, the plant
Because
life.
it's quite surprising at the beginning of this line you've got a slight hill which people don't really see because you can't really notice it. But
believe it or not, that hill is a 1 in 60 grade, which is rather steep.
Yeah, it's hard to notice
even though you don't feel it.
Yeah.
But once you've gone up and down a couple of times a day, you start feeling the hill.
Yeah, we've noticed a few times, obviously a couple of trains are struggling, but so they are old trains and old carriages, the railway itself, so obviously, you know, these things are going to have to.
Yeah.
Okay. So the leader's just reached the other end, so we're just on the move to continue.
There we go. Obviously, pulling off from this station, we're on a rather steep hill, so the engine does struggle a tiny bit to move off, which is why there's been no bashing around as we pulled off this time. So being on a hill, all the carriage weights are pulling the couplings tight. So now we're just about to get onto Sittingbourne's Viaduct, which the hell I used to say my life. But there is a lovely walking pace speed restriction on the viaduct, which is about 5 miles an hour roughly. Half the drivers tend to ignore it on occasion.
But of course we do your best.
Yes.
So the other things you got in here, I noticed you got a like a circuit board and switches down there. Like for any
they are for the carriage and train lights during the nighttime running. I mean, I can show you the garden light now. That's obviously
they'd be light.
They were old light tubes, but we've recently updated some of them to LEDs. That fuse is hot to turn on and off.
And there are a couple of nighttime trains with the Santa Specials.
Most of the night running trains are over Santa Specials with the odd occasion of Stephen vehicle, which annoyingly are the railway's busiest events.
Which still is always good though, you know, I've seen carriages with like Santas to perhaps encourage younger children.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, you never know, that could be the future of the railway.
We're always on the lookout for junior members. There's a few of them.
So how old do you have to be for a volunteer?
Maybe it's, you can come down without parental supervision after you're 13, I believe it is. But before 13 you have to have parental supervision.
Okay. Yeah, so
there's age restrictions on each one of the roles.
Well, there's age restrictions on what you can do as well, and things like this, but
I've only recently passed out as God, so I've only recently been of age.
So are you interested in driving, or is it
I
just...
am looking forward. I am setting my radar to driving, because at the minute I can shunt on diesel locomotive Victor, and then during the close season, if it's engineer's possessions, P-way taking the line, I can drive down the main line on my shunt certificate. I have done that recently.
Yeah, good luck with that. It's just, I think if you're always aiming forward, then that's obviously
always
positive.
look forward. You've always got something to keep going.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good shot for Amelia if you want it. She goes around there.
This bit is S-bend. Yeah, this bit's an S-bend, so it goes round to the right and then round to the left and then round to the right. So now the best shot will be on the other side.
Right, that's what sides.
That's another thing with most gardens. Well, when you glue the cars out, you're always told the corner that the engine's going around, say currently going around the right hand side of the train, looking up and looking back.
I always like this little bit of the track myself, looking over the road. You used to come know this change over there to a few houses, but let's not get into that. See the leaves changing now for the autumn time, and I suppose obviously going back to what you're saying about the time, you get to sort of see changes over the summertime, and you know, meeting different people, all part of what you enjoy doing here.
As you're coming along here, seeing people walking past, you can get a feel for the temperature, because one day they'll be wearing summer clothes, and then the next they'll be all huddled up in their big winter coats.
And those pipes all part of the old mills. They used to be all connected up.
Yeah, Sittingbourne, I don't know if you've seen it, down by the buffer stop, there is another bridge that used to go onto the old paint mill. That's the bridge you walk under as you come through the main entrance.
I just wonder how old some of these bridges are.
I mean, every year there is a maintenance cost for the viaducts.
Was there much cost in the running of the railway?
There's some money that comes off of the revenue, but not much.
It's just it's about keeping it going.
Yeah. At the minute, the biggest expenditure we got coming out this year is the viaduct repairs, replacement of some sleepers, ballast, and all the general
ongoing maintenance.
Yeah. And then as we come around here, you will see the signal for Sittingbourne over there in the distance, as well as the railway. And fun fact that I recently found out about, there used to be a water column just outside the railgates, so locos could take on water each end.
Yes, I suppose that's where the old mill was, obviously.
Yeah.
What got knocked down about 3-4 years ago, I suppose it must be.
I mean, when we had an incident,
probably longer than that actually.
We were in a closed season not too long ago. We had an incident with a lorry that hit the viaduct, which cut off water and power to this end.
This bit is just really just coming into the station, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, I suppose the driver's now thinking about, you know, looking ahead.
Starting to slow down, put the brakes on, close the regulator, and then hand the token out to the station staff, which you should see any minute now.
So I always overshoot on the train day, or under. Still not got that bit figured out that well. I see a colder or cooler day, not cold, but a cooler day produces more steam, which gives more effect.
I found the colder it is, the more steam there is.
Now the bit that they hand over, I believe, is for safety.
Yes.
Sort of say like one train.
Say the line is clear, or there's a train still on the line if they haven't got it. And as you can hear now, it's the classic Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway whistle and horn battle.
Okay, so we're going to see Leader who left us a moment ago. So what will you be doing quickly now, before you run off?
Now I will be collecting all my stuff from this end and taking it all down to the other guards compartments. The green flag, my clipboard, my pen and the tail lamp, which is the interesting part.
Well, we thank you for your time.
No, you're welcome.
And all your facts and knowledge. Thank you very much.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Alright, thank you. When you first arrive here at the Sittingbourne Viaduct within the SKLR Sittingbourne Kemsley Light Railway train, you are greeted by this well crafted wall art here. So it is a very warm welcome and a nice gesture of welcoming everyone to this railway. And obviously with the local road just over the other side, it also shows where the train is, because it is at the back, so you do have to follow the signs. But here it is. And it goes on. So it's always a nice gesture when people get involved within a group's activities And we really think, obviously this is a really nice piece for the railway.